Hello, hello.
Right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Oh, take a step back for a minute into the kitchen, floors are wet, and taps are still running, dishes are broken. How did we get into this mess? Got so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Looking at you, I can't lie. Just pour sorting out admission, regardless of my objection. Oh, and it's not about my pride. I need you on my skin, just come over, pull me in, just. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle, no, no, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, yeah. I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, in the middle. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle, baby? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle, middle, in the middle, middle?
Yay! Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. Yes, Emperor Robert George Ralph. I'm sure he's doing fine. Just ask Jalen Time. We have no idea how he's doing. Welcome to another fabulous live stream brought to you by the Imperial Court of Toronto. I am Regent Empress Terrain 34, Nikki Chin. Yay! That was, yep, good. First, a big thanks to you for joining us. Don't forget to ask questions, say hi, and compliment us, most importantly. I start off every show giving thanks to our frontline workers all over the world. So, on behalf of the Imperial Court of Toronto, all of its members and affiliates, thank you, frontliners. You have been working long, stressful, and tiresome hours. Thank you for continuing your work in keeping us safe and healthy. All of To all of the other essential workers, such as grocery store clerks, cooks, refuse collectors, custodial staff, teachers, and first responders, thank you for being there for us. On that note, the Imperial Court of Toronto would like to remind you to stay safe, social distance, wash your hands, carry hand sanitizer, spray or wipes, and wear a mask. Protect yourself in order to protect others. We are all in this together. Let's flatten the curve, get vaccinated, and stop COVID. We have a wonderful show lined up for you this evening. Empress Chantal Duvaldez from the Waterfall Empire, nice to see you. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Empress Connie Concepcion from Buffalo. It's almost her birthday next week. How exciting is that? She's turning the, I don't know what you would call 40. What's 40? Because 30 is flirty and 40 is, well, you're just old. But we appreciate you anyways. Roy Donovan, you are gorgeous. You. Fendi from Calgary, and she just touched my butt. She says TYB means touched your butt, and she just touched it all the way from Calgary. What a crazy, crazy woman. Billy King Reynolds is here as always. Hello, darling. Good evening. Good evening. Make sure you chat with each other. Make sure you chat with us. Ask us as many questions as you feel like. I have two very wonderful guests this evening, and I'm very, very happy to bring them into the live stream right now. Please, without further ado, welcome to the live stream Regent Emperor and Empress 20 of the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Atlantic Nova Society, Ms. Vicky and Mr. Patrick Roy. Either they're muted or
Okay, he fixed
yeah,
it.
we're playing. We're having 2 hours of charades, everybody. that's the game we're playing. Oh my god! Hello, you gorgeous human beings.
Good.
Oh my gosh, Ms. Vicky, I haven't seen you in forever. Patrick, I haven't seen you in forever. But Vicky, I have to say, when I did finally get to spend time with you in Nova Scotia when I was Empress 30, my gosh, you are a hoot and a half, my lady. You are so fun. You are so exciting. If you guys don't know Ms. Vicky, I mean, you'll get her Instagram handle or her Facebook at some point, but you have to add her. She's an amazing human being. Get to know her. Patrick Roy he's a workhorse. I know this for a fact because you've been doing so much for your court there, and not only for your court, but I feel like you also produce for other queens there as well. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. Like even like earlier today, I was actually producing a show with the Imperial Court of Washington, and they approached me. I'm like, I need help to put all these things together. I'm like, darling, I got you. I talked to them half an hour. We got the whole thing set up, and we did the show, and we promote for the show tonight as well. And we reached about 185 people, which is fantastic. And just to do other shows from other like from a musician perspective, or even from a DJ perspective as well. And when it comes to performing and put your art out there is what a lot of people are missing. And I know like we're going through this pandemic, and it's so hard for the people out there that is kind of stuck at their home and they're in lockdown and everything. We want to give something to the community, and that's what I love to do.
And that's amazing. I mean, I commend you for doing all that you do. I commend you both for stepping up again to reign, as I did. I stepped up again for the Imperial Court of Toronto, and I think what you were touching on about artists needing to just express themselves, continuing to express themselves, and
Exactly.
to make sure that they still have an outlet to be creative. I mean, it goes to the same as drag performers and as entertainers in themselves. You may not be a drag performer, but you might be a painter, a sculptor, an actor, a singer. You kind of need to continue to kind of itch that creative bone, if you will, right? Like,
Yeah.
so with you doing what you do and how you do it, I think is very commendable, and I'm happy that you did continue doing that, because I mean, Halifax and Nova Scotia, for all you Americans, if you don't know, is very small. I believe the population of Nova Scotia is the population of downtown Toronto.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's about that.
Probably a bit bigger, but
maybe it's been fluctuating. Both populations have been fluctuating, because actually a lot of people have moved to Nova Scotia, and a lot of people have moved out of Toronto.
Wow.
I don't blame them. And we'll talk about that in a second, because I want to know what the COVID update is for you guys. But I just want to say hello to a few people. Tammy Lynn from London. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. My Imperial Crown Princess to reign 34, Miss Endora, is watching as well. She's saying good evening, Empresses and Emperor. So that's very nice. Emperor 26 of Toronto, Ricky Lake, Ontario, says hello, Your Majesties. Hello, darling. What's Connie saying? Good evening, Patrick and Miss Vicky. You both look fabulous, Your Majesty.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Wonderful. Have you two had the pleasure to meet Connie?
Yes, we have actually.
Actually, I was actually in February. I was with Connie with Connie with cocktails with Connie. Sorry,
Yeah.
I mixed it up there. Yeah, and having a little incident there, but yeah. I had the buffalo drunk. That's all I gotta say.
That is amazing. So, I mean, if the people watching right now, if you don't know what buffalo drunk is, Patrick and I will tell you.
Absolutely.
We actually no. You know what? We will tell you. We don't remember. That's buffalo drunk.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
The how Buffalo is, like when I go to Buffalo, especially, it's free pour drinks. Never ask for a double. Just ask for a vodka soda, gin and tonic, whatever you drink, a rye and ginger, and or whiskey and ginger, and just let them pour. Because honestly, like it's going to be like the drink you pour at home. It's going to be about like vodka and like soda water. So that's Buffalo drunk, because it hits you in the face as soon as it possibly. You know what? In like the worst timing possible. It's never a gradual drunk. It's never like, oh, I feel a little bit tipsy right now and I still have to, be at this event or here for like another 3 hours. It's like, no, like you're going down. You're going down and you're going.
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of like that in Halifax for the coronation there, because first of all, I've been to Halifax once prior to me going in my 20s, and that was when I was about 6 years old. So it took me about 20 years to get back to Halifax and become a drag queen. And I mean, unfortunately, I only got to spend a weekend there because I did have to work prior, and then I had to work when I got back home. But I want to come back, and I wanted to come back this past year, obviously, because your coronation is in when?
Our coronation, well, it used to be June, but we switched it to October now. So it's the October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We don't know if it's going to be as like in physical, virtual or in person. We don't know as of yet, but we'll find out at the end of May. And as soon we have more details, we'll make sure it will be posted on Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere to make sure everybody knows about it.
No, exactly. I mean, we're doing the same thing here. So our ball package is available for October 3rd, and we don't know 100% if we're going to have an in-person coronation as well. So we're offering refunds, obviously, for them, and then we might do it virtually. But we're planning currently on having it in person because how everything's going right now, it seems like it's possible. So we're trying to go with the high horse here. We obviously have a plan C, D, E, and F. Like we might, rent out the Sky Dome and have only 4 people in it, and that's apparently the only amount of people in one space. But we'll see. Where's the coronation, if it is to be held this year? Where is that supposed to be?
The Atlantica Hotel.
Is that the same hotel?
No, the one that you were was at the Delta Halifax.
Right. So where is this one in relation?
The one for the Atlantica Hotel, for all the people that was at our coronation in the previous years, we had it at the Atlantica Hotel, which is off on Roby Street and Quinpool Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they did some recent renovations. Yeah, lots of renovations. So we'll have to wait and see until we get everything finalized at the end of, hopefully end of April or maybe mid-May. Hopefully, we'll have to see with our decision, the board decision of what they wanted to do.
Oh, okay. So just in time, Surreal earlier said hello from Spokane and all Eastern Washington. Justine Time has also said, come get Spokane drunk. I don't know what Spokane drunk is, but it's in a state, so I'm assuming it's probably about the same as Buffalo. we have, I mean, here in Ontario, we have very strict rules about alcohol, not consumption, but bartending, measuring. And everything is measured. I work in a restaurant, I bartend in a restaurant, and we get trained on how to free pour. So yes, we do free pour. However, we are like computers where we will stop at the ounce or at the 2 ounce kind of thing. We're not like Buffalo that just pours and then looks away and then eventually comes back and looks at the glass and says, "Oh, it's overflowing. Here's your vodka," like with a small hint of orange juice. TICOT has let me know the population of Nova Scotia is just less than 1 million. Toronto's population is just over 6 million. That is amazing.
That's a fact. There you go.
You heard it here, everybody. Like, you can fit all of Halifax in like a third, less than a quarter of Toronto. So that's very exciting. That's hilarious. Emperor Stephanie. Oh, your sister in New Brunswick says hi.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes.
That's awesome. Hello, sister. And apparently my mom is also watching.
Oh, hi, Mom. Hi, sister. Hi, sis. Hi, Mom. Oh my God, I love this. Emperor Stephanie Bites of the Waterfall. Buffalo Drunk is $1,500 hospitality bill and 1,493 ambulance ride. Ask, don't tell, she says. Oh my God. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I think I'm just going to give them a phone call later and see how that went. Kiros is always here. He always says, hello, how are you all? We are all fine. Thank you, darling. Dwayne, hello, everyone from Strathroy, Ontario. Such a sweetheart. He won our door prize a couple weeks ago, so that was very nice. Chantal Duvaldez says the Sky Dome. Who calls it that anymore? I do. I grew up when it was the Sky Dome. It is going to be the Sky Dome. It will always be the Sky Dome. My husband's watching. Surprise, surprise. Hi, babe. Oh, I love this. This is great. So, okay, actually, speaking of what's happening with COVID there right now? What's the update that you guys are in?
Well, we're not doing bad, actually. I can understand why people want to leave Ontario and come here. We have the lowest counts of COVID. We have a few. New Brunswick has a few in PEI, and the new variants. So, yeah. But one of the biggest things that I was listening to was, even though you get the vaccine, you still have to wear your mask and social distancing and washing your hands. And that's a big issue right now, because some of the people in Toronto are not taking proper, like they figure after they got the vaccine, they're immune. Well, it takes 3 weeks for it to soak in. And then also, you still have to wear your mask because you can get reinfected with the variant. So, we have to be very careful.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, well, first of all, Toronto people are terrible, but we call them Cityots. But I mean, it's true though. And when you do get the vaccine, you're still told to follow all of the rules like you were prior.
That's right.
And we've all been informed that there's a new variant. There's another new variant. So it's like it's popping up like crazy. And I mean, it's so hard to kind of tell people and to get them into the right mindset to continue doing these things, because they think once you get the vaccine, you're now immune. That's it. You're not going to get it. You're not going to give it to anybody. Like you're now part of the people who don't have to do any of that. So I don't agree with that. I think it needs to continue being, masks, hand sanitizer, social distance, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Plexiglass, everything. I think we need to keep it like this for a very, very, very long time, because as humans, we have choice. We have a choice to make. And I mean, if we're not going to follow the rules, then we have to continue doing this. So, I mean, it's up to us to have to, again, like I said earlier, flatten the curve and to make sure everybody is safe. Don't just think about yourself, but think about the others around you as well, Miss Becca Blake is watching. Empress Becca Blake. Hello, darling. Jeff Affa from London. So nice to see you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Thank you for coming. Oh, that's so nice. My husband's talking to everybody. It's great. Keep going. I love that. Actually, speaking about masks, I would like to advertise that currently for the Imperial Court of Toronto, we do have a fundraiser happening for TICOT until April 15th. Buy your masks from jeffybearsews.com. Include at least one branded TICOT mask, and $5 from each mask will go towards Reign 34's fundraising efforts. So I want to thank Jeffy Bear Sews for that. He makes wonderful masks. They've been featured on our Instagram, my Instagram, our Facebook page, our group, and there's the advertisement right there. So that's jeffybearsews.com. That was it. So I've learned a lot from doing these live streams and doing like advertising and almost like commercials. So if you go onto our TICOT Instagram and stuff like that, you're just gonna see videos of me sitting here being like, "Hi, I'm Myra Rose. If you like fruit line like I do," like it's very like it's very that it's very cheesy. But you know what, they're fun. I actually like doing them, and I'm gonna have Patrick's performance come up here in a second. But after we do the performance, I do want to talk about why you two stepped up as regent this year, and what upcoming events you have, what you would like to do with your reign, and what you have been doing with your reign. Because I mean, I like to hear about that stuff, and I mean, we're all a big social organization, so we all kind of want to feed off of each other, see what we all are doing, check in with each other. Obviously, I mean, this is why we invite each other to our live streams, because I'm advertising you guys at the same time raising money for the Imperial Court of Toronto. Absolutely. Speaking about raising money for the Imperial Court of Toronto, if you do have a spare dollar, if you are being entertained and feel like donating, please e-transfer to treasure@ticot.ca or go to our website, ticot.ca, and hit the donate button. We'll thank you if you do donate. We'll thank you if you are being entertained. This is all we ask for, is for you to be entertained, for you to smile, for you to be safe and keep safe. But on that note, please, without further ado, welcome to the live stream feed, a video performance from the one and only Regent Emperor 20 of the Imperial Sovereign Court of Atlantic Nova Society. This is Patrick Roy.
Hi everyone, this is Regent Emperor 20, Patrick Roy. I'm going to sing a song for you. It's been a while, I haven't done karaoke, but I'm going to give it a try to see if it works. So this is one of my favorite songs from Fleetwood Mac. Here we go. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who I am to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sounds of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. It's the stillness of remembering of what you have and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say, woman, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know. Now here I go again, I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams and Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering of what you had and what you loved and what you had. Oh, of what you love. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Woman, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes, you'll clean, you'll know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say, woman, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes, you'll clean, you'll know. You'll know. Who will know? You'll know.
Yay! Oh, I love that song so much. That's so wonderful. Patrick, thank you so much for that. That is was a delicious song. I really, really, really appreciate that. Oh my!
Oh,
Oh,
you're welcome.
Miss Vicky had a hair change and everything. Okay, now I feel lazy. You guys have crowns on, and I have the short hair, and now Miss Vicky they're trying to outdo me. Everybody. Oh, I love that. Connie says, "Yeah, Patrick, sing it." I love it. Roy's saying, "You go, Patrick. Such a soothing voice. Way to go." Ooh, that's what WTG means.
Way to go.
Way to go.
I had no idea. What a fun time. That's cool. That's great. Victor says, Empress Nikki Chin, XOXO. Oh, I love you, darling. Oh, thank you. And Dora says, wonderful, Patrick. Yes. Kiro says, go, Patrick, go. What a great song. I love that song also, by the way. I've been listening to like music that I was growing up on and stuff like that recently. And that song popped up on my Spotify as, get this, an oldie.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still not there. I'm still not in the mindset of like thinking that songs I was listening to when I was younger are now oldies. I haven't discovered that. Miss Vicky, I mean, like songs. I got nothing.
I got my own dictionary of all.
Yeah. It's on a stone tablet still. It only has about 15 words on it. I mean, I love that. Oh my gosh. No, so I want to know from each of you separately why you wanted to step up again this year as regent and put forth the effort to raise money for your community again. So Ms. Vicky, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, we didn't, first of all, we had no contestants. So, and then we had to struggle with the number of memberships and having a board. And we, four of us decided, well, there was not much of a college that's active. And so we decided to step back up because we want to see the society stay afloat and do what we do best and raise money for our community and reach out to others.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. And Patrick, I'm assuming the same goes to you.
Yeah, pretty much the same as well as what Vicky said. Like that's like with the previous year when Shayla was reigning last year. So we were starting doing all these like these live streams, and when we started, and then it didn't work, and microphone was muted. We went through all these stuff, and when it comes to the following year, I figured, I'm like, you know what, I have to step up and fundraise for what we wanted to do for Mana for Health for the food bank here in Halifax. And I figured that we maybe team up together and try to to fundraise as much as we can, because I know during this pandemic it's super hard to fundraise, especially when you can't go to no bars or anywhere. And giving my knowledgeability on the technical side, I was able to achieve that and able to reign at the same time, since I know how to present in front and introduce people, and just like also like meeting a lot of out of town people out there, like even what we're doing right now, it's fantastic. And yeah, and that's the main reason why I wanted to reign in doing this.
Well, I love that. I love that because I mean, and you're so right because when when we all started doing these live streams, when all of our courts started doing live streams, I've never met half the people that I have been on a live stream with, if not half, like three quarters of the people.
Yeah.
But like we had each other on Facebook, we follow each other on Instagram, like stuff like that. Like social media is a great way to obviously connect with people that maybe you've never met before, but you kind of want to have as like a social media friend or a follower or whatnot. But like these live streams have opened up to like I'm in Nova Scotia right now, but I'm in Connecticut tomorrow. like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We can travel. I was in Vancouver one day. I was in Buffalo the next. You know what I mean? Like it's you could we why it took us a pandemic to realize that this live streaming thing is very helpful. I'm not going to say like it's 100% going to be this way all the time, because obviously I really miss seeing you in person and seeing these people in person, hugging them and tipping them and dancing with them, laughing with them, joking with them and stuff like that. It's drinking with them. It's 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 these live streams have become such a way of life now, to all kind of bond and all kind of hear what's happening in our own cities, in our own towns, in our own provinces, states, everything. So I mean, these have come a long way, I think, in the past year. And actually, I thank Jim Bob, our producer this evening. He started these live streams at the end of March of last year, and has continued to produce them and be with them. So I mean, he's done such a wonderful time, taught me how to produce them and everything like that. Billy King Reynolds wants us all to know that on March 31st is Trans Day of Visibility. So mark that on your calendars, everybody. I think that's a very important day to write down and take note of. So make sure we all kind of celebrate it all together, and we'll make a nice little post for that as well for March 31st. I will put that on my to-do list. It'll be great. It'll be great. Dwayne says so true. I wanted to talk to you both as well. So can you talk a little bit more about your charity and what like why you chose that charity? Like have you worked with them before? Like stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go back to 1990 when I first came here. I didn't have a lot of support. And so I was going to a food bank, and unfortunately, they broke my confidentiality as far as the AIDS business and other health conditions. And so I decided to go into looking at trying to find a way to help service the clients of the AIDS Coalition. And so I did a fundraiser putting food into the freezer anyway. And then when I was part of Safe Harbor Metropolitan Community Church, and I was the piano player there, and I got involved with them, and they took it on because the AIDS Coalition couldn't put their name on it. But so Manna for Health started basically 1996, but I had already started raising funds because before that, because or to have a food bank, you're gonna have to have some way of backing it up. So it's been open ever since, and I'm so happy. And knowing that clients of the AIDS Coalition are getting some help, and there's plenty of people that are still, we're hoping will tap into that, because it's right at this time during the pandemic, it's really hard to get around and get some food, and less money for the less unfortunate people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I mean, congratulations for continuing on with that food bank. And I mean, like, and this many years have gone by, but yet it's still something that needs to be like, it's still a very strong community driven
Yep.
food bank. So that's really awesome. We're doing the same thing here as well. The Imperial Court of Toronto raises money for the People with AIDS Foundation, specifically their food program. So what they do is that they create meals, and they create meal plans and everything like that for people of less fortune and whatnot. And I mean, we've also been like the Imperial Court of Toronto has been fundraising for that program for 30 years, or for over 30 years now. And I don't see us stopping anytime soon, because this is an important time to be feeding our food banks with what we can give them. And I'm not saying all of us have to. Some of us are still less fortunate. So I mean, but anything that you can spare, like, give it to your food bank. Like, if and one thing counts, and if it's just one item, if it's just $1, it counts. It'll go somewhere. It doesn't need to be a box of this, a truck full of this. Like, nobody's asking you to just throw everything to them, because honestly, they may appreciate it, but they might have a difficult time of where to put it or where to source it, because it would be yeah, like, where to store it. Sorry, not source it. Store it, because they might not have the room. They might not have the space for what you're being able to give. So like, a small bag here and there really helps. A small donation really helps, because I mean, they can, if you donate even just money to them, they're able to go out and get the food that they know they need.
Yeah.
Right. And non-perishables are always the best thing to do. We've all been doing this since we went to school. There was always a food drive.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, like, I think this needs to continue. We're in the 21st century. We're in a pandemic right now. We've been in the middle of a pandemic for a year, and so we need to continue to do the things that we remember how to do, and give back to our community and have fun doing it as well. Dwayne Mills says, my family is born and raised in Halifax. I would never be there tonight. I don't know how to take that comment. Claudia says, live streaming is here to stay, a great new way to fundraise. I think it is the future. Absolutely. I think every court needs to take note that live streams, even when things start opening up, I think will be a continuous thing for us, for fundraising, whether it's live streaming or just online auctions, or however you feel like fundraising. I think this is technology that we didn't tap into prior to this pandemic. So I think this is kind of the way to go. What have been your biggest struggles actually with doing these live streams? I know you talked about when you first started and stuff like that, but what also has been like the struggles for live streams for you guys?
The struggle for us for live streaming, we found is like when we trying to put all the videos together, it's a lot of time consuming. I found when it comes to like create like big shows, like even from you're trying to put 25 performers into a whole show. It takes almost 3 weeks to put a show for a whole evening, and you'll see, even like if you watch at our stream, you'll see like there's a lot of ads that we're able to do a little video animation. We're adding all these little things on top of it, and they're easy to do, but the struggle is to put all the stuff together, and we're still learning on how to make it better and everything else like that. And even from online fundraisers, and that's another struggle as well, now, because they have different regulations in each province. So if like we wanted to, like we're trying to do a raffle box right now,
Yeah,
and
for Rouge Fatal.
yeah, we're doing for Rouge Fatal, and I hope she's watching tonight.
But it's only for the people living in Nova Scotia.
That's it.
That's the
So
problem.
the licensee of the Nova Scotia is only within the province. It's not across Canada. You would think, that's my opinion, like if it's an online fundraiser, it would be for everybody.
Yeah. And a lot more people would make more money if everybody was able to access that
Exactly.
information and be able to raise more funds.
Yeah. But that's one of our constant struggles that we're currently having right now, trying to find different ways to do online auction, which we don't need a license. Yay for that.
It's true though. We currently have an auction going on here in Toronto, and it's our Easter themed auction, and it goes on until April 4th. We found a great website that you could use, 32auctions.com/TICOT06 is the Easter auction there. So I mean, for you guys, like, take note of 32auctions.com. It's free. It's a great website. They don't take any royalties from you. They allow you to use their website to promote your auction, to post the pictures, descriptions, everything like that. And when it comes to payment for the auction baskets, we have the people just pay TICOT directly. It doesn't go through the website or anything like that. So I mean, look into that, see if that's an option for you guys. The only thing is, especially for you being in Nova Scotia, it is shipping out the packages. It's not cheap. However, shipping costs is up to you guys. Like, if you do, if it's the responsibility of the winner, if it's you guys just donating that or whatever it may be. If it's not a huge product, if it's just like a small little thing, then sure. Like, I think I did that for one of the auctions that happened previously. That when I shipped it out, one or two things were broken inside of it. So I said, you know what, I'll cover the shipping cost then, because you spent money on this, what you thought was going to be this auction item or these auction items, and two of them were broken, and I can't replace them. Like, I can't ship you that again, kind of thing. So I choked that shipping cost out. Dwayne said, I meant to say, if it wasn't for live stream, I wouldn't be hearing from people where my family is from. So okay. That makes more sense than my family is born and raised in Halifax. I would never be there tonight. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I didn't.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, I'm like, how bad is? I'm like, Halifax isn't bad. I like Halifax. I'm like, don't bring negativity into this live stream. How dare you? No, okay, that makes more sense. It's true with live streams, Zoom. Do you guys remember like Skype? Skype was a thing.
I'll give you a better one. Remember ICQ?
I remember. Oh my gosh.
Memories, right?
Oh my gosh. Or MSN.
Yeah.
MSN Messenger, and then they got like the webcam feature. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
This is good. Miss Vicky, remember when you had to just like align the stars in the right way to communicate with your family?
No.
No, yeah.
You're still using the phone, right?
Yeah, I'm using the telephone. That's about it.
You have a landline, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I.
I wouldn't know how to use those gadgets. And every time I tried, the picture would go that way. So I couldn't find how to get back to it. So I
Yeah.
was like, no, I'd rather just a regular phone, no text message, unless you want to connect with me on the computer. That's
Right.
yeah.
That, and you know what? Sometimes that's the actually speaking of connecting with you only on computer or landline. Kathy Cougar, one of our members here in Toronto for the Imperial Court of Toronto, past Queen Mum, is one. It does that as well. She does. She just got a smartphone, like just, and but it's like computer or call her landline. Like that is what it needs to have. Like that's the only way she can communicate.
Yeah.
She lives right across the street from me, so that I'm pointing as if you guys know what building is behind me. Right there. So yeah, she lives very close by. So I ran into her the other day. She's such a wonderful human being. She's Kathy Cougar. She's Liza with a K. That's who she is. Oh, Dwayne Mills also has a home phone. Oh, Empress Dottie Rose is here.
Dottie! Hey, Dottie!
Hey, Dottie!
I heard today was her Friday, so that means her weekend starts tomorrow. Or starts tonight. I'm assuming. So that's very exciting. Rodney also from Halifax. I miss Kathy Cougar so much. He says that's so sweet. Actually, Rodney, we miss you here. Rodney did live in Toronto for a hot minute. And he moved to Halifax. So he always had a smile on his face. He was always very sweet and very wonderful to me, at least. We can all be questionable to other people, but to me he was nice. Well, I want to excuse me. I want to talk a little bit about Miss Vicky. I want to talk a bit about your performance background. What made you want to start doing drag, and like how did you come about? How did Miss Vicky come about?
That's fun. Well, in elementary school they have king and queen, right, for the school reps.
Yeah.
And when I was in elementary school, they had king and queen week. So the boys had to dress up in drag and do this beauty pageant and performance. And of course, I was young. I took a liking to it. I knew it was different, but I didn't know how different. And so my teacher, when he was looking around, he said, "I can't find Bruce." And it's like, I'm standing right there in front of him, right, in full ass drag.
That's amazing.
So anyways, I took a liking to it because all the boys were coming on to me. They were running up to the side along that runway and they were touching my leg. It's like so I kind of like that. And so I love the attention. So when I moved to Toronto, I used to work at the Manatee Club as a dancer and a drag performer. But I was really bad back then when it came to the drag. I was doing other things too that I don't want to talk about. But anyway, but then over the years, I was in Vancouver and I ran against a performer that's from the Greater Vancouver Native Cultural Society for I believe it's Princess of the Legacy. So anyways, I ran against her. I lost by 2 points.
Oh.
2 points, and I was just a total stranger.
Oh my God.
But I've been loving drag, and I have fun with it, and that's what keeps me going, is knowing that I could be part of something. So I was going, when I was in Vancouver, I used to go to the DMS, to their coronations and stuff, and I was watching all these girls and all the bar scene and everything. And then when I came to Halifax back home, I didn't know that there would be a court started here. And Nina Diamonds, who's been all over the place, she decided she wanted to start a court here. And so I signed up and studio and so many more people. And that's how the court became. And then I got really into it because I was Royal Duchess, and then I became Empress the following year. And then after that, I've reigned 4 or 5 times now.
Oh, I know. Your yes, I know your Rolodex of empressing. So I mean, that's why I was so happy to hear that you were going to be a part of the live stream this evening.
I love fundraising and I love helping people. So, anybody that's listening out there, make sure you give them lots of support because every court is trying to help each other during this pandemic. We're all wishing we can get back together real soon. And hopefully, by the blessings of God, that we will be back.
Well, exactly. And I mean, and just to piggyback on what you were saying, it's, you know, I think us liking or loving to fundraise. I mean, especially for me. I mean, we were showgirls, and but we also like fundraising. And I mean, having having the drive to do something like this and having the fun with doing something like this is unfathomable to big words, unfathomable to a lot of the drag performers, especially these days. So Miss Vicky, I know I'm going to put you on the spot again, sorry, and then I'll talk to Patrick for a second, but I want to know from you, as obviously as a seasoned queen, as you know, someone who's been around and all across Canada, what is your advice to queens my age or younger?
Just go out there and have fun. When I first started, I wasn't so good at my makeup and my hair. You go down to a wig shop and you go looking for wigs, and you go to the Salvation Army because you can't afford a lot of fancy things. But over time, I found that I was able to get all this stuff from all the hard work that I did, regardless. And that's what I love about my community here is that most of my drag has been given to me, like right down to the shoes. I've had support from people who have helped me with jewelry and all kinds of things, making sure that I keep doing the good things that they're hoping that I will do. And at 61 years of age, I'm going to keep going.
Do it. I think you should. You're such a great inspiration, to myself especially, but I mean, I know to many people around you. I remember coming to coronation there when 5 years ago, and I knew who you were before I even approached you.
Wow. See,
And
that's a funny thing when people go, "Hi, Miss Vicky," and I'm like, "Who are you?"
you're, no, you never. You
Do I
no.
know you?
As a drag queen, and you know this, you never say who are you. You always just say hi, darling.
That's it. But at this moment, it's a good way to put it.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Because you meet so many people, but everybody remembers you, and then it's like I can't remember them because I meet thousands and thousands of people all the time, and if I don't talk to you forever, it's like when I do run into you again, it's like, "Hey Patrick, what's her name again?"
So when I was Empress 30 of TICOT, I had Jason the Just as my emperor, and I always referred to him as my Anne Hathaway to my Meryl Streep. So if you remember the scene if you've seen it, The Devil Wears Prada, where
Yes.
Anne Hathaway is behind Meryl Streep, and Meryl Streep's at this like gorgeous gala, and she just has to turn her ear to Anne Hathaway or to Emily, and she'll remember who the person is approaching them. And I'm just like, I would do that to Jason. I would literally be like, Jason, who is that? What's happening? he'd be like, that is Emperor and Empress Patrick and Miss Vicky from Nova Scotia. Go. Like just like go. It's so good. Ricky Lake Ontario is saying, is Tim Hortons sponsoring tonight's live stream? I guess because you have your Tim Hortons cup right there in the background. I love that. I think that's adorable.
Oh, right there. Oh, yes.
Need some energy? Tim Hortons. Maybe they will sponsor. Maybe they will sponsor. Dwayne says, I don't hear it tonight, but when my mom came to Ontario, she said she got made fun of for a Halifax accent. Do you guys ever get told you have an accent?
Well, for me, I'm originally from New Brunswick, so I do have an accent because I'm French. So when I speak in English, especially when I'm a little, on the tipsy side, my French side comes a little bit, it's hilarious, as you can see. and when I moved in Halifax in 2007, and then all these people that, you speak French, I'm like, yes, I do, and then I had this accent all the time, but it's not a Halifax accent, but it's just from where I come from, New Brunswick. It's pretty much the accent. So that's just in case if you were wondering where it's coming from. It's from New Brunswick.
It's New Brunswick. And Miss Vicky, do you have a Nova Scotian accent or anything?
No, I don't think so. I know when I lived in Toronto, that thing that goes on with the fingers. Yeah. Over it.
I love it.
But I haven't picked up anything Nova Scotia yet.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. I love that. Well, I passed Imperial Crown Princess of Toronto, actually, Bunny Lepin. I feel like she does have a Nova Scotia accent. So this is coming from somebody not from Nova Scotia. I feel like she was born and raised there. She's only lived in Nova Scotia and in Toronto. So I feel like, yes, there is a slight Nova Scotian accent. It has more of that like Scottish Irish twang to it kind of feel. So those are my ears, my elephant ears, kind of picking up that accent. But I mean, Dwayne's right. I don't hear it from either of you. Patrick, I knew you were French, so I mean that helped.
I'm a New Brunswicker.
Yeah, I love that. So just again, everybody, if you are enjoying yourselves, if you do have a spare dollar, please, we are having a fundraiser this evening. Please donate to Reign 34's charity of choice this year, which is PWA, the People with AIDS Foundation, their food program, by e-transferring to treasure@ticot.ca or go to our website, ticot.ca, and hit the donate button. Any dollar counts. Every dollar counts. If you can't spend a dollar, just be entertained, be happy, be excited, be safe, and keep safe. But on that note, Emperor Keith from New York is here. Hello, darling. Fred, Patrick's French is very well. That's good to know. Anyway, on behalf of the Imperial Court of Toronto, I want to thank you all so much for being here this evening. Please donate. Share this video, of course. I'm very happy to have these two wonderful guests from Nova Scotia here. But without further ado, bringing up to the live stream, I believe. Please, without further ado, welcome to the live stream. This is Regent Empress 20 of the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Atlantic Nova Society. This is Ms. Vicky.
thought that it worked that way. You never would listen. And now that I'm leaving, you're not believing a word I say. Oh, if you think I won't go, watch me. Oh, watch me prove you wrong today. You don't even know you lost me. You think I'll always stay. Oh, just watch me walk away. Don't tell me that it can't be done. That the world is colder without someone. Yeah, it might get lonely, it might get crazy, but this time, baby, I'm good as gold. No, if you think I won't go, watch me. Oh, watch me prove you wrong today. You don't even know you lost me. You think I'll always stay. Oh, just watch me walk away. Man on the street, hand on the door, bag at my feet. Need I say more? Oh, watch me. You don't even know you lost me. You think I'll always stay. Oh, just watch me walk away. Oh, just watch me walk away. Oh, if you think I won't go, watch me. Oh, watch me prove you wrong today. You don't even know you lost me. You think I'll always stay. Oh, just watch me walk away. If you think I won't go, watch me. Oh, watch me prove you wrong today. You don't even know you lost me. You think I'll always stay.
Yay! How lovely. Oh my gosh. I love that. If you guys are having a great time, e-transfer to treasure@ticot.ca or go to our website, ticot.ca, and hit the donate button. Pew, 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 pew. That's so good. Both of you are just, I have to, I'm just going to continue saying this for the next hour. Thank you for being here. You both put a smile to my face, and I know a smile to many other people's faces. So thank you so much for stepping up as Regent Monarchs. You guys are fantastic, and I hope everything pans out for you. We're going to play a game shortly. It's just true or false, so super easy. Don't worry, Miss Vicky. You won't have to take out your stone tablet. You're fine. You're fine.
Just lie out of me.
Yeah. Oh, who's serving shots? What's happening? What's going on here? This bartender sucks. I love you. So funny story. Frederick said, "Damn, autocorrect. Patrick speaks French very well. Not Frenches very well. I don't." So that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, if anybody's in this chat right now who has French, Patrick, please let me know if he does French well. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Michael Scully saying, wow, all the way from Ottawa. So that's very nice of him. How lovely that he logged in today. So nice to see you, darling. I also do want to advertise our ball package. The Imperial Court of Toronto is selling our ball package. It is... The hotel room is $167. Great. Our ball package is $225 in hopes that we do have an in-person event. The link will be right there popping up on YouTube, as well as you can go to our website, TICOT.ca, and you can just click on the link there as well. The hotel is $167 a night. The ball package is $225. We will be giving refunds back, obviously, if we do not have an in-person ball, with the exception of a $35 processing fee, which goes to donation, actually. So it doesn't go into our pockets, it goes into donation. So really, we'd just be thanking you for a nice donation towards our charities if we can't have our in-person ball. So make sure you buy those ball packages, because our quantity is very small this year due to we're going by the rules that we kind of are figuring out from last year. So let's hope that we can have an in-person event, but buy your ball packages. It's going to be a great coronation if we can have it, obviously. As well, I said Jeffy Bear already, Easter already, ball already. I'm going through my list of things to advertise.
I was just thinking, Nikki, if you do get to do the ball in the ballroom, also be able to have it live stream as well for all the people that are not there who may not be able to come out to see the ball that might want to be there in person if that ever happened.
So
and I charge online for that.
That actually is a really smart idea. I believe we have that going as that's our plan B or C, whichever one. We have plans all the way up to L. So I mean, there's literally, because it's Toronto, like it's literally everything's been changing almost every single week. So we've had to be like, okay, so now this is a thing, so we can do this. Okay, now that's a thing, we can't do that. Okay, cool. Like we've literally, it's like we have a light bright in front of us with like red dots and green dots, and then we're just moving them around, being like, go, no go, go, no go. Like we gotta have to do it that way. I mean, it's hard, but at the same time, it's quite fun. It keeps us on our toes, but I mean, we're just like you and the other courts around the international court system. We are all still looking forward to these things, and we're all still looking forward to having these events. Our coronations are going to be our coronations, whether or not it's going to be, in person or live streaming. But it's still going to be fun. It's still going to be exciting. Ricky Lake, Ontario says Coronation 35 Gala Dinner and Ball, Saturday, October 2nd, www.ticot.ca for tickets and info. Oh, Saturday, October 2nd. I keep saying the 3rd for some reason. I don't know my days, and that is okay. All right, we're going to play our game. Pew, 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 pew.
There it is.
Thank you, Jim Bob, for that. I had no idea that was going to happen. That is awesome. Last time I played a game, I played it with Savannah and Miss Drew. And I made a whole intro video. It was 3 seconds long, but like it was fun. Or no, it was with ICP's Rochelle and David Valois. We did a newlywed game.
I just need to be pardoned for a moment.
Oh no, that's fine. She has to piddle, doesn't she?
She just needs to go for a few minutes. She'll be back.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay. But it says, I'll donate $100 as all three of you take a shot of the hardest alcohol that you have at your place. Oh my gosh. Okay, my husband's gonna do it. Do you drink? You drink?
Yeah, I do.
Oh wait, we literally talked about this at the beginning of the
the Buffalo drunk, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Well, we can't remember. That's the only problem.
That's the thing. It's like people are like, "Oh, do you remember Buffalo?" I'm like, "I remember entering Buffalo and leaving Buffalo. That's about it." It's a fun time. Have you been to their coronation?
Yes, I went there the first time in 2017.
Okay.
And I went there when I used to live in New Brunswick, and I went there. We drove is what we did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was 17-hour drive to get there.
Did you?
And then, sorry.
Did you stop over?
Well, no, we went straight through. We have to go through all these different toll bridge that I did found a lot. There's a lot of it in the New York State because you have to go through 7 different tolls, which is kind of crazy. But we went through it, and it was like okay. And then we went checking the hotel, which is a really nice hotel they have down there. And yeah, I miss them so much, and I can't wait to that we can start traveling again.
Yes, yes. They're so welcoming and with open arms and everything. So Miss Vicky, while you were gone, Fred was saying, "I'll donate $100 if all 3 of you take a shot of the hardest alcohol that you have." Are we going to do this?
I don't have a liquor.
You don't have any liquor?
No.
Well, he said the
You've been
hardest.
drinking water all day.
We're drinking water. Oh, adorable. Okay.
I think we have a natural think of wine upstairs, don't we?
Oh, well, let me have a peek.
She'll take a look at that. I think there is a couple. We can do a little shot of that. So
That's fine. We'll do a little shot of that. I have Jameson, so I'll do a shot of that. I like that, Amanda Lynn. He is French, of course. He drinks. Yeah, sorry. It was my bad. Okay, I fess up. It was terrible of me to ask. I'm sorry. Thelma says hello there. Thank you for doing this, Nikki. Have some special. Oh, she's send it an email. Why are you telling me during a live stream? Yeah, I'm getting the big shot on Tuesday. Get it done, everybody, for your well-being. Oh, that's good. She's getting the vaccine on Tuesday. So
awesome.
Empress Thelma Bouvier is such a wonderful human being. She's donated something for an auction that we have coming up in the summertime. So I'm very excited to announce that. It is jewelry. So make sure you keep a lookout for that. So that'll be a little fun auction.
All kinds of special effects this evening.
Okay, so Jim Bob did not tell me that any of these sound effects were going to happen. So it's all going to be that. Okay, while Miss Vicky goes look, why don't I do a performance? And
yes, sounds good.
Yeah, and by the time we discuss, we can. That's fine. And then right after this performance, everybody, we will do we will play a game, a true or false game with Patrick and Miss Vicky. I know the answers, so I will not be playing along, but they will be competing. And guess what they win? Nothing. Your love and support. That's what they win. So please, without further ado, welcome to the live stream for your visual pleasure, the one, the only, Regent Empress to reign 34 of the Imperial Court of Toronto, Miss Nikki Chen.
Oh, you got the feeling, but I know it's real, real, real. It's in the way you look, it's in the way you love, and I can see that this is real, it's real. It's in the way you talk, it's in the way you touch, and I can see. never thought that I would see. It's in the way you look, it's in the way you love, and I can see that this is real, real. It's in the way you talk, it's in the way you touch, and I can see this is real, 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 real love. This is real, 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 real love. Time won't wait, we just turn. Take it slow and wait our turn. Held my breath, 'cause I believe that you'll find me. Real, 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 real love. This is real, 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 real love. You give me that love, real love. You give me that love, real love. You give me that love, real love. You give me that love. This is real, 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 real love. This is real, 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 real love. This is real, real, real,
Yay! Oh wait. I love that. Just
Awesome.
this. Oh, Jim Bob, you're making my life today. Oh, I really appreciate that. So what did you get?
Well, we got some red wine.
Ooh.
It's
Berry flavor.
it's a berry flavor that we have.
Oh, yum! All right, let's do this. This
All
is
right.
for all of you and for everyone being safe. And I appreciate you two being here. I appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers, everybody. Love you all.
Cheers.
I can't. That's much. That's much. So I want to play a game with you guys. I think we're gonna have a really good time to do it. Again, it's just a true or false. No pressure. It's gonna be really quick. I mean, and if it's not quick, that's okay too. I really hope everybody is enjoying themselves at home. If you do want to donate, e-transfer to as I fix myself, e-transfer to treasure@ticot.ca or go to our website ticot.ca and hit the donate button. Also, make sure that you do Google and go on Facebook for the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Atlantic Nova Society. They are a wonderful organization. We have two amazing people who have been working for the organization for years and years and years and years. And they've stepped up again to be Regent Emperor and Empress to reign 20 of their court. So we thank them and we wish them the best of luck. Fred, thank you so much for sending that. I cannot wait for you to come back and send another. No, but no, I really appreciate it. So let's start with the game. Jim Bob. One more time. This is great. True or false? Prince Harry is taller than Prince William. True or false? Prince Harry is taller than Prince William.
Yes.
True.
True.
You both say true?
True,
The answer is false.
Oh!
Yes, Prince William is slightly taller. And you know what? It's not by much, so it's it's okay. I mean, either or. The star sign Aquarius is represented by a tiger. True or false? Aquarius is represented by a tiger. True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
False.
Yay!
And you win.
She did. So Jim Bob had no idea I was even going to do this, and he's just, I love this. Meryl Streep has won 2 Academy Awards. True or false?
Yes.
Meryl Streep has won 2 Academy Awards.
Yes.
Is it more than 2 though?
It's true.
Okay.
Oh, it's more than 2, but
But it says 2.
oh well, we'll say yes.
Okay,
because
so
you still
true?
won 2.
Okay, we'll go with true.
Miss
True.
Vicky, you should have just stuck with it. You should have just stuck with your answer. She won 3. She won Best Actress for The Iron Lady, Best Actress for Sophie's Choice, and Best Supporting Actress for Kramer vs. Kramer.
Oh shoot! I knew she won a whole bunch of awards.
No, she's won almost everything. She's won almost everything. I love that. Oh, this is an interesting one. Marrakesh is the capital of Morocco. True or false?
I don't even know geographically. Which country?
Marrakesh is the capital of Morocco. So Morocco.
Well, I'm gonna say false.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. Amazing. This is a fun one actually. I when I searched this one, this is actually a good tidbit of information for people. Idina Menzel sings "Let It Go" 20 times in the song "Let It Go" from Frozen.
True.
Okay, we'll go with, well, it's more than that. Well, we'll go true. Yeah, I'll say true.
It is false.
It's be more than 20 times?
It's more than 20. She sings it more than 20 times.
Oh my goodness! No
Isn't
wonder
Yeah.
I
crazy? That's so crazy. Oh, I love that. Actually, all of these are quite interesting. So I don't know why I just keep being like, this is interesting too. M&M stands for Mars and Moordale. True or false? M&M stands for Mars and Moordale.
I'm gonna say false. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say false.
False.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes,
M&M
isn't that the M&Ms that don't melt in your hands?
Is that M&Ms or Smarties?
Well, they're like Smarties. They just don't melt in your hands.
Yeah, they don't. They don't, do they? It actually stands for Mars, or not Mars and Murray, apparently. Oh, Patrick, you should know this. Gin is typically included in a Long Island iced tea.
Mm-hmm. Yep, true. Yay!
I didn't even give I didn't give these questions or answers to Jim Bob, but he knows the answers. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. True or false? The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
I don't know.
I'll take a chance.
Okay.
Yes, it's true.
True? Okay. I'll go with true. You got it.
I recently found that out, that they dubbed the unicorn being their national animal. It's crazy.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, I know. It's the things you find out about different places.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
Wow.
else is there? Let's do this one. There are 219 episodes of Friends.
Hold on. There's 8 seasons, 13 episodes. I'm gonna say false. You think? Well, there you go.
So there's 236 episodes of Friends. Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I was like, it's been a long series of Friends, right? So
Yeah, you did the math very well. Carry Me Away, Empress Carry Me Away says, hello, Vicky and Patrick. Hope all is well in the home realm. Hey, Nikki, keep up the great work. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much for joining us on another live stream. We have a lot more coming up. So yeah, very, very happy about this. Let's do one more question, or one more true or false question, and then we'll move on. Let's do the letter A is the most common letter used in the English language. True or false?
True.
I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna say true as well.
It is false.
Oh.
E is the most
Letter.
E is the most common letter and appears in 11% of all English words according to the Oxford Dictionary.
Well, letter A is probably in French, I would assume.
Oh, probably. Oh, is that what you were going by, Patrick? Is that why? You're like, no, that question doesn't make sense to me, so I don't need to answer that. Well, that was fun. Thank you so much for that. We're gonna play. I'm gonna ask you a few more questions a little bit later. But I do want to know about upcoming events that that your court has.
Absolutely. So our next event will be happening on Sunday, April 11th, which is the ISCANS Live, where we're going to be interviewing people. And surprisingly, you, Nikichin, will be our special guest for ISCANS Live. Burr, 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 burr.
I love that. Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be a part of that live stream coming up April 11th. I think it'll be so much fun. It's going to be great to be with you guys again and to be on the interviewee side of it instead of the interviewer side. So that'll be really fun. It'll be the first live I'm a part of, I believe, this year.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. Any other upcoming events or anything like that coming up?
Well, we have we got 16 events, but I won't tell you them all because obviously there's lots of time. But what I can tell you is our next show after April 11th, it will be April 24th. So it will be almost like a spring show, and we'll have people from all across the ICS to perform. And if you'd like to submit a video, you can submit by email at iscansevents@gmail.com.
That's amazing. So the events that you put on via live stream, how can people donate to ISCANS?
They can donate by e-transfer. The email is treasureiscans@gmail.com. There's no password required. You can just send the money and it will go right through the bank account. And for international viewers outside of Canada, they can go directly to paypal.me/iscans to donate.
Amazing. So stay tuned, everybody. April 11th, April 24th. They have two wonderful events going on there. If you do feel like donating otherwise, then you either e-transfer or you can just go to paypal.me/iscans. Oh, Dottie, I missed that. Dottie Rose is. Oh, she's promoting. Amazing. They will have a Mother's Day show in May. Let's just talk about. Let's get through April first, Dottie. Okay. Let's.
Absolutely. Oh, a quick second. I need to charge my laptop before we lost you.
Oh no! Don't do that. We only have 20. We only have like 20 minutes left.
But it's not. So
Stay here. Stay here. Put me on full screen, Jim Bob.
There it is. Got it. I got it.
Okay. Well, I want to promote as well. We have hold on. I'm going to. There we go. So just remember, everybody. We do have jeffybearsews.com. They're holding their fundraiser for TICOT currently until April 15th. Buy your masks with him include at least one branded TICOT mask, and $5 from each mask will go towards Reign 34's fundraising efforts. As well, currently we have our Easter-themed auction. It's live until April 4th. Check out www.32auctions.com/TICOT06 and place your bids. All proceeds from the auction will be benefiting Reign 34's fundraising efforts as well. So make sure you check those out. Make sure that you go on to jeffybearsews.com. Get a couple masks. He has blingy masks. He has branded masks. He has, geeky masks, nerdy masks, drag queen masks. It's great. It's there's a great selection there, and you can personally message him as well, and you can probably get something maybe in your face or in something like that if you want to do that. Are they back yet?
Awesome. Yeah, we're back.
Yes, they are. Gorgeous. Amazing. I love this. So I talked to Miss Vicky about what her drag inspiration was and what made her come about. But not very seldom, the opposite of very seldom, quite frequently, the boys get kind of pushed aside. So I want to ask Emperor Patrick right now, what inspired you and what uplifted you to start doing what you're doing, whether it be fundraising, supporting ISCANTS, or even just doing your music and production stuff? What inspired you to do this creative?
Well, for me, I started playing music. I was like really, really young at the time. I was like 11 years old, and that was up when I was living with my parents back in the days in New Brunswick. So I've been doing all kinds of little activities through high school and other things that we didn't able to do for music, or if they wanted to have a DJ or anything else like that, they were like, "Hey, Patrick, do you want to play for the for my wedding or anything else like that?" Because I did my my uncle's wedding. That was like, oh my God, it's like years ago. But when it comes to it, and I was actually, when I moved to Halifax in 2007, I didn't even know anything about the sport. And when I was actually starting playing music, like at different bars, like we had Men's Bar, and then we had Reflections and all the other places. And I was starting playing music, and I was getting more into the drag community. And then I was seeing the Imperial Court of Halifax when they were doing fundraising while I was playing music. So I didn't even know. So I just play the music and just see what they're doing and all that. And then one of actually one of the guys and some of the drag queens, they asked me, like, would you be interested to join our organization? And I was like, okay, well, what it's about, getting more information. And then at that point, and I was just gonna give it a try, just as a member, just to see how's everything is going and everything else like that. And my first coronation that I actually saw was in 2010, I believe, when I think it was Celie Cruz and Nathan. I think it was actually Carry Me Away. Yeah, that was 2012 actually. My first coronation. I've seen it before, but like I've seen it a whole piece of picture together around 2012, and then that's how I was actually got involved more in 2013. And that my first time when I reigned in 2015 with Vicky here, she got me through the process on how to be, reigning an emperor and all these things that like I didn't even know what I was doing. So she got me through this process, and now like reigning again this year, now at least I know what I need to do to fundraise and different types of ideas. And even like during this pandemic, we have to reinvent the wheel again because we don't have any places to fundraise. We can't go to physical places.
Yeah.
We all social distancing, so you can't really go and just like, okay, do you have some money? Put it in the bucket, but literally you'll just have to put it there and somebody can put it. But it's super hard, but at least we have the modern technology now that we're able to do the e-transfer, PayPal, and all these things like that. And I know there's a lot of courts out there that they're not doing that. And I think they should seeking to get into the e-transfer for Canada and PayPal. And I know they have Venmo as well. And
yeah, they have.
but there's all kinds of stuff out there online. You should check it out.
Yeah, they have their own kind of, the states have like their own like e-transfer kind of thing too. Venmo, but luckily PayPal is kind of both. So the states use PayPal, as does Canada. So that's kind of helpful in that way. But we generally use e-transfer. It's just a lot easier for us because of the Canadian bank accounts are kind of all linked up.
Exactly.
They can kind of send through institution to institution.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Robert McQueen from London says hello. It's so nice to see you, darling. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hi, Robert.
Yes. He's a wonderful human being. My best and favorite story I have about Emperor Robert and myself is that he's reigned about 72 times for
Yeah.
London, Southern Ontario, and he's asked me to do a command performance 98% of the time that he's been emperor, and I've shown up to about 50% of them because I've either work has come up or I was out of the country or something silly like that. And I mean, I'm forever indebted to Emperor Robert. Whenever he wants me to perform, it needs to happen because I would say yes to him, and then I wouldn't like not show up. I would tell him prior to, obviously, but no, it's one of my favorite stories to tell about Robert myself because I just had other things to do. I felt bad for not being able to go and show up. But London has a great coronation. They have a great court as well. They're small but mighty. They're wonderful people. They treat you like gold, and they're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. So
Absolutely.
I thank them. So Tammy Lynn and Janet are reigning right now, and they sent me a goodie box like a month ago, and it was like candy and like craft dinner, like macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh, it was
That's awesome.
Oh, I haven't finished. Okay, so I haven't finished the macaroni and cheese because I have a Cooking with Chin Instagram and Facebook, and so they sent me 2 boxes of each flavor. So I ate 1 box of each flavor, and then the other 2 I want to make into like fancy meals. Have you ever taken like, Kraft Dinner or Mr. Noodles or, Michelina, something like that, and then like put other stuff into it to kind of make it more of a meal?
Yes, I have.
Right? So like to kind of like, it's such a small, I mean, to me, it's a small portion. But like, to add like vegetables into it or like different kind of flavors. And I feel like I want to do some sort of segment where I take those macaroni and cheese flavors and make them into something a little, I wouldn't go as far as saying gourmet, but like, something a little bit.
Nikki, that some people don't know how to cook, and the food that people get from the food bank, well, it's odds and ends. And, sometimes they don't realize that they can take this and put with this, and you can come up with a really nice dish.
Yeah.
I've tried experimenting with food.
Right. And a lot of people, and going off what you're saying, Vicky, is it's a lot of people are scared of experimenting with food. This is why I like cooking and not baking. Baking is like, oh, there's Janet. Hi. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, girl. So baking is like chemistry. So everything needs to be precise, measured right, weighed right, everything. Cooking is like guidelines. You kind of follow a recipe, but you can put other things into it or take some things out and alter things, and it'll make a different flavor. It'll make it, not as spicy. It'll make it not like, I think experimenting with food, with cooking is so much easier than with baking. So, I mean, if you have 2 ingredients in your home, I challenge everybody this weekend or this week, to take 2 ingredients in your home that you never thought you would use and make a recipe out of it, or find a recipe out of it and cook that and send it to me. Because I think that would be an amazing thing to find out from people and to see what they're doing at home. Because we were all kind of forced to cook at home for a very long time during this pandemic, during this lockdown. Everything was closed, so we were kind of forced to learn how to cook at home if we didn't know how to prior to that. So Rachel, the IPR of London, we also love to see you in London. Yes, I appreciate that, darling. And I can't wait to be back soon. Victor says, got a good recipe for you, Nikki. Macaroni cheese quiche. What?
Whoa.
Macaroni and cheese quiche.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's like breakfast and lunch put together.
Yeah, for sure.
Ah.
And I had the recipe when you were talking macaroni and cheese. I added bacon, 3 different cheese. I went to get, what was it? Asiago, Prolo cheese. And then it was a different cheese. I think mozzarella. That's it. That's what it was. And I add just 1 cup of Jack Daniels into the mix. Honey, oh my God. You cook it. You kind of stirred it up with the 3 cheese and the bacon. It's like when you actually snip it and everything, it is delicious.
Jim Bob, can you play that sound, please?
He'll send it to you later.
I can send it to you.
You must. I want to know. So actually, speaking of Jack Daniels and your macaroni and cheese, so what did I make the other day? Oh, I made pulled pork the other day, like last week or something like that, and surprisingly had no bourbon at home, and I didn't really feel like buying a whole bottle of bourbon because I normally put bourbon or whiskey into my pulled pork, and you normally put like Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola or something like that in with it, like for the sugars and the caramelization and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what I did is we have LCBO here. You have the
NSLC, we call it here.
NSLC, that's right. Nova Scotia liquor, yeah.
I had to think for a minute too.
Yes. But they sell these cans of Jack Daniels Coca-Cola or Jack Daniels and cola. So I just bought a can of that and used that. So it already had the whiskey in it and the Coke, because I don't drink pop at home, so I didn't want to buy like a 2-liter or like a bottle of it. So I did that. Dottie Rose says baking is easy and being precise is not necessarily true. And it is for some things, but to make it your own, you can vary it. I did it all the time, or I do it all the time. I know, actually, I was going to say that Dottie, I know, bakes, and she bakes such wonderful things. And
yes, good homemade buns too.
Yeah, she's got good buns. So I actually want to bring Dottie Rose on at some point, which I will talk to you guys about on April 11th, because it's Empress Dottie Rose and Emperor Patrick going to be interviewing me. And so I would like to talk about cooking and baking at the same time. I want to compare the two and everything like that. Empress Sienna Blaze from Vancouver says, oh, hi, just in time for the end of the show. Thank you so much for coming in, Miss Sienna Blaze. I appreciate that. She's a wonderful human being as well. If you haven't met her, she's an icon there in Vancouver and all through the international court system. So we appreciate it. Okay. Any last words from the two of you before we say goodbye?
Well, thank you for inviting us. I had a blast. I had a good time.
I had a wonderful time too, and it's so nice to see you. And I can't wait to see you do those cartwheels and backflips again. Just say, I was blown away.
I haven't put heels on in a year. So it might take me a minute to get back into like cartwheels and backflips and stuff like that. So hopefully soon, Vicky, when summer comes and I do live streams in the summertime, I'll go out in the yard, I'll do a cartwheel and video it for you, and I'll send it right to you and put it on a loop. Put it on a loop for sure.
Well, let's clear the parking lot now.
Yeah. Put the roadblock up. So on behalf of the Imperial Court of Toronto, Reign 34, and myself, Regent Empress to Reign 34, I thank you two for being here, a part of our live stream. I thank you two for stepping up as Emperor and Empress for the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Atlantic Nova Society and continuing on the fundraising efforts of your court. And I thank you so much for being a part of the live stream. I appreciate you too. Stay well, stay safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated, and be awesome. Thanks so much, you two.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of the live stream. I'm going to do one more number and we will close off the show. So please, without further ado, welcome to the live stream to close off the show. It is Regent Empress to Reign 34 of the Imperial Court of Toronto. I quit. No, I love it. I can't. Play the song.
I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless. Life was stringing me along. Then you came and you cut me loose. Was solo singing on my own. Now I can't find a key without you. And now your song is on repeat. And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony. Like a last song on the radio. We hold me tight and not let go. I'm sorry if it's all too much. But every day you're here, I'm healing. And I was running out of love. I never thought I'd find this feeling. Cause I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. Every melody is timeless. And now your song is on repeat. And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. Hold me tight and not let go. Symphony.
Thank you very much for joining us on another fabulous live stream. Thank you for joining us on another fabulous live stream brought to you by the Imperial Court of Toronto. I want to thank my wonderful and truly amazing guests, Regent Emperor 20, Patrick Roy, and Regent Empress 20, Miss Vicky of the Imperial Sovereign Court of Atlantic Nova Society. Just a reminder, JeffyBearSews.com is holding a fundraiser for TICOT currently until April 15th. Buy your masks with him. Include at least one branded TICOT mask, and $5 from each mask will go towards Reign 34's fundraising efforts. Our Easter-themed auction is live until April 4th. Check out www.32auctions.com/TICOT06 and place your bids. All proceeds are to benefit Reign 34's fundraising efforts as well. Tomorrow, follow me to Connecticut as the Monarchs of Reign 22 invite myself and a few other guests to connect with Connecticut from 2 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. on Facebook Live. Coming up April 3rd with the Imperial Court of Buffalo, join myself and some wonderful guests on Cocktails with Connie at 8 p.m. celebrating Empress Connie's 40th birthday. And right after that, from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m., join myself right back here, Empress Savannah Devereaux of Rhode Island and Empress Miss Drew of the Waterfall Empire, as my halves and I celebrate halfway through TICOT's Reign 34. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. For more information, to donate, to become a member, or to contact us, please visit us at our website at www.ticot.ca. Remember, flattening the curve starts with you at home. Stay home, stay safe, social distance, wear a mask, and get vaccinated. We're in this together. Crown your heart, not your head. See you soon.
It's a 16 buff in the dark.